Hey, how y'all doing here? Miss I am here. I am strong. I am confident. I am worthy. I am courageous. I am bold. I am divinely protected. I am. I thank you. I want to come on here and talk to y'all about taking things for granted. When you're on your path and your journey, well, you'll notice when you get on your path and journey, like how you used to take things for granted. Like for most people take things for granted. You're in tune to where you're like, I can't believe I used to take this for granted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just the simplest thing, like just waking up another day, just through your experience and on this through this experience on this planet, just waking up. I used to just wake up and jump up and just go do whatever. Go wash your face, brush your teeth, um, just do whatever and not give thanks to the Most High Mother and Father or just pray. Like, just like taking little things for granted. Like waking up in the morning. Yeah, just the air you breathe when you go outside, the trees blowing, just looking at the tree, just the little things that I was just like, wow, when I was carrying low vibrational energy, I'm just like, wow, I was really taking all of this for granted, like not being in tune with the elemental spirits, like just the sound of the water, how it connected with just, it was just like, wow, like to just make me look at a lot of things that I was taking for granted. And it was just like, I can't believe I was taking a lot of this stuff for granted. Like life's just way too short just to wake up and not thank the Most High Mother and Father for another day with this experience, or just that thankful for the experience in general. With this not being your only lifetime around, just being thankful to have this experience. You know, yeah, just going outside. Like I said, the air in your just in your the wind in your hair, the air between your fingers. Just the wind when you're getting grounded, the wind between your toes, how the ground feels beneath your feet, just like the little things, like just that we, just take for granted. Like, I'm just like, wow, just, with, like I said, I always reflect back of, the progress I made in my journey, what I need to do different, what I need to work on, just everything. And I'm just like, wow, like, just the little things you could be in tune with, just being taken advantage of, where you could have just, instead of you popping off at your employee, you could have just went to take a walk, just listen to the sound of nature, just to calm yourself instead of popping off. Like I've done it plenty of times. I'm guilty of it of myself. I'm guilty of it myself, and it's just like, damn, if I could have avoided a lot of things had I just went to go take a walk, just out in nature, just to calm down, just to, you know what I mean, just like, wow, like I could have gotten myself out of a lot of situations, not putting myself in a situation, not only putting myself in a situation, I could have got a lot. I could have got myself out of a lot of situations. I just kind of lost my train of thought there. I could have got myself in a situation where I couldn't get myself out. Like, just like being careless, not listening to my intuition, just, ignoring red flags, like just taking those things for granted when those things can help you, you know? The red flags, the you missing the bus, and you mad as hell. Let's say you just anything, you missed the bus, you missed your appointment, you mad as hell, but maybe it was for a reason. Like, maybe it was for a reason. You missed that bus and then you like, all right, whatever, I get the next one. You might be a half hour late to work, but then you hear later that something happened with that bus. That was a blessing. It was a blessing. But you mad like, oh man, I'm gonna be late as hell. I don't like being work. I don't like being, I don't like being late. That's fine, but to avoid what was gonna happen on that bus, or just, you just thankful. Like, damn, that could have been me on that bus. I could have been seriously injured. I could have not been here. Just the little things that's just another little thing we take for granted. Here we bitching about missing a bus or bitching about missing an appointment where all that was for a reason. Like, you see going in and you can't find your keys. You can't find your keys for some reason. You leave them in the same spot every time, but for some reason, you cannot find these keys. For some reason, you just can't find it. And then mysteriously you find it. Yeah, you late. Yeah, but it was a reason for all of that. And then you get to work, a motherfucker be like, yo, you just missed it. Such and such just went off on. You ain't need to be there for that because you probably would have been sitting there laughing, joking, right with the rest of them motherfuckers. So it was a good thing that you misplaced the keys. You wasn't able to find them. Okay, you got the late, but you got to work late, but you was a couple, you was just a couple minutes behind. But look what you missed out on. Some bullshit, some negative bullshit that you didn't need to be a part of. So when you sitting there laughing with your, if you're still, working and you laughing with your coworkers, like, ah, man, they laughing. It's like, oh, that shit was funny. You should have been there. You should have been. That's energy you didn't need. You didn't need to be laughing and joking at them with that. You didn't need to make fun of that particular situation or the person in that particular situation. You know what I mean? You didn't need that. You didn't need to look. You didn't need it. So that's why certain things happen the way that they do. And sometimes we tend to wonder, like, how the fuck did, it's like, it was for a reason. When you look at the overall picture, the spiritual side of things, the physical, like, it's the overall picture. Yes, you were upset at the moment, but it was all for your better, your higher good. It was all for the better, So when I start realizing some of these things, I'm like, wow, it's just like, I wake up, I'm very thankful. I'm thankful throughout the day. Whether the day is good or bad, I'm still grateful and thankful through my experiences. Even though some of my experience hurt it so bad, but I'm still grateful and thankful. I don't take those experiences like, oh, forget that person. They hurt me so bad. Screw them. I hope this, I hope that. You don't do that either because you're just as petty. And on your journey and you being spiritual, you don't wish evil eye or do anything dark towards anyone. That's coming back like a boomerang effect. That's coming back, so you're not doing that in general. But sometimes we just sit and, be wondering, and it's just like, it was for the better. Like, I have no hatred towards that person that taught me that valuable lesson. They got me here where I'm at today. That if I wouldn't have went through that lesson, I wouldn't be here right now. If they didn't play me so much, I wouldn't have been able to walk away. People, places, and things. I'm grateful for that. Though it might have hurt us so bad, I might have shedded tears. I might have been up. I might have been not eating right, taking care of myself. But guess what? I'm very thankful and grateful for that experience because it helped me be the strong person I am today. So it's like, your protection, that's your blessing. You protected, but you were protected, but there was a blessing as well of you being protected. It was a blessing nothing happened on that bus. It was a blessing you didn't get there when that stuff happened with those co-workers. All that was a blessing. And you're looking at it like, oh, I missed that. Like, no, it was a blessing. So like I said, through my experience, like, I could have avoided a lot of things. I could have avoided a lot of stuff from taking those little things for granted. The red flags, like I said, just, just like, everything. When I got that feeling of get away from that person's not right. If they just talk crazy to their mom, what makes you think that you're any different? Or they just talk crazy to their dad or their uncle or their sister, whoever, what makes you think they just played them Jeff to the left, right? Ding, 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 ding. That's what they gonna do to you. So it's just like I said, I'm just, just realizing all of that, even with your parents, like I don't have my parents. I lost both of my parents. I'm grateful and thankful. I'm not bitter. I'm grateful and thankful for the time that I had with them. Could they have taken better care of their bodies to be? Yeah, but that's their decision. That's what they made. I'm not doing that. But I hear people, through personal experience, I hear people talk crazy to their parents. And I wish I could be in my parents' presence. And I didn't understand it, but I understand now. That's just, they carry low vibrational energy. But anybody in their right mind is not going to talk. We know our parents can't live forever. They have that talk with us when we young. We like, oh, hey, we go to talk. This, that, and the sex talk. Nobody want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? But that's something that need to be heard. You know what I mean? It's either, them is the two things you don't want to tell. You don't want to have that death talk, or you don't want to have that sex talk. But guess what? It need to be had. It need to be heard. It need to be said. Everything need to be put out on the table. For real. But, excuse me. Yeah, it's like, oh, my mom get on my fucking nerves. And I'll be like, are you fucking serious? Like, I have to go visit my mother at a cemetery. I have to go visit my father at a cemetery. You have your mother and father in your presence, and they get on your fucking nerves. You wish now, People get upset. People disagree all the time. I disagreed with my parents, but one thing I didn't do was sit there and argue with them. I walked away. They always said shit I ain't like. I'm here to tell you, they always said some shit to me I didn't like, I didn't agree with. That's just what it was. And some shit I was just like, okay, all right. But for the most part, when I was younger, they said a lot of shit I didn't agree with. I walked away. I said to myself, I ain't even say this shit out. I'm not gonna argue with it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna fucking leave. I'm just gonna walk away. And sometimes I wasn't even allowed to walk away. I had to stand there and take that shit. And I said I wouldn't do that to my babies. Like, nah, I'm gonna let them walk off. Because if they talk crazy to me, I'm not having that shit. So yeah, you better walk off because I ain't having none of that shit. I don't give two fucks. I ain't having none of that shit. I didn't talk crazy to my parents, and no child of mine is ever gonna talk crazy to me. I'm not having it. I'm an old school parent. That's just what it is. I'm not I'm not having that. But anyway, yeah, I'd be one of them old school parents. I'm not, no, I'm not. And that's where I bump heads with my siblings over that. Because I'm more like my parents when it comes to, like, I'm not with the disrespect. You know what I mean? They kind of give their kids more. We kind of bang heads in that area, and that's fine, whatever. I'm just not, you let them talk crazy to you and call you sis and all that shit, like y'all friends, that's on y'all, won't be me. That's all I can say. That's it. But yeah, talking crazy to their parents. My mom just called me all tight. I'm like, but joke, and I'm saying it in the joking manner. I wish my mom would call me. I wish my mom was here to call me a bitch in the present. You know what I mean? But just jokingly, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's just like taking that for granted. Like, you have your parents. Like, be thankful for them. Just call them and tell them you love them. They don't always be around. That's just what it is. They're not gonna always be here. And if you have kids, you're not gonna always be around. So it's like, just respect that. Respect your parents. Treat them right. Cherish the time that you have with them. Because there's going to be a time where you're not going to have that time. You're not going to be able to spend no time with them in the physical. When they're in the meat suit. Everybody got to leave the meat suit at some point. So it's like, damn, why not cherish that? So that, that kind of, I don't, excuse me, I don't understand why people want to do that. Besides them carrying low vibrational energy, it's like, damn. It's like you're going to be hurt when your parents go. You can prepare for it all you want. It's going to hurt. You may not be as emotional as the next person, or, you know what I mean? Everybody grieve differently. That's just what it is. Everybody grieve differently, but it's going to hurt. There's your parents. They raise, especially if you're close to your parents. Close or not, it's going to hurt. That's just what it is. So take your parents out every chance you get. Give them a hug every chance you get. Tell them you love them every chance you get. Every chance you get. If you could do anything with your parents, do it. Because it's not going to last. That time is not going to be forever. Do it. Do that. And then you're going to feel, you're going to be hurt, but you're going to feel better that you did something versus not nothing at all. You see what I'm saying? You'll feel better. No, I did this with my mom. We were just over here. We did that. We did this. We did that. I did that with my dad. I did this with him. I took him to the game. I did this. I took her to dinner. You're going to feel great at those things that you've done versus you sitting there like, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. And then before you know it, somebody's not here. And you sitting there like, oh, I should have did this. I should have did that. Singing that sad ass song. Nobody want to hear that shit. Your higher self don't want to hear that sad ass song. You know what I mean? So it's like, just do it. You can avoid a lot and then just be thankful and grateful. Gratitude and grace. Gratitude that you have a bed. Just have gratitude with everything, that you have a roof over your head. You have clothes on your back. You have a bed to sleep in. You have food. You have water. You have you have it. Your apartment may not be the biggest. Your house may not be so what? You have it. That's all that matters. So I just say be thankful and grateful for everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, the heartache, the pain, the lesson, the journey, the joy, the excitement, the love, and most of all, the experience. Be grateful and thankful for it all. Because people want to dwell on, you may want to stay, some people, well, you on your journey, you can't stay stuck in that energy dwelling. You can't stay stuck in that energy. That's something I had to learn the hard way. I dwelled on everything. You hear me? Every motherfucking thing I dwelled on. I had to learn to get out of that energy. It's unhealthy energy, and those lessons are to help you grow, not to stay stuck in that energy. Those lessons are to help you not hop back on that hamster wheel and keep going on that same circle. It's for you to hop off that hamster wheel, identify your issues, your flaw. Next time you're going to see that shit coming a mile away, like, oh, I remember when that, I bet I don't. I bet I don't do it this time. You know what I mean? That's what those lessons are. Yeah, they hurt. Some of them are going to hurt. That's just what it is. But it's for the better. And when you start to realize that, the better you're going to feel. So when you take them out and do that, when they go, you're going to feel a lot better. Like I said, it's going to hurt because they're your parents. They're your physical parents. They're head of a special connection. But you're not going to feel as bad. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to feel depressed, lonely inside, because you're going to know you did what needed to be done. And they're going to thank every bit of you for that. And the ones that didn't want to do nothing, don't worry about that. The ones that don't want to get together, if you call and say, I want to take mom out, and they don't want to do it, don't worry about that. As long as you do what needs to be done, so you can feel better at the end of the day. So if something happened, they will cry. The guiltiest one cries the hardest. I learned that the hard way. So, just do what needs to be done for you. And I promise you, like I said, you're going to hurt, but you're going to feel like, you're going to be like, you're going to hurt, but you're going to be relieved at the same time, if that makes sense. It's going to be like, I know what I did with my parents there. Your parents are going to be proud of you outside the meat suit and the physical and the spiritual. And they're going to be like, oh, my baby did, or my son did it, my king did it, or my little queen did it. They did it, So, but don't wait, don't stall. In personal experience, I was supposed to go see somebody I didn't get to see, and it's just like, so now I try to stick to my word, and I try not to say, I try to just more so do. It's like when you say it, kind of things do happen. So what I learned in my experience, like, just try to just do. If you want to see somebody, and just try not to say, but just do. Okay, so versus if you don't make it around to it, you didn't say. You see what I'm saying? But you wanting to do, you're going to do it because that's something you want to do. Excuse me. That's just something you want to do. So just don't take the little things. Just be great. Be so grateful and thankful for the little thing. Your older aunties, uncles, and cousins. Be thankful and grateful for them. Because you know how this world is set up. Like, we don't get together no more like how the family used to get together. I knew all my aunts. I knew all my family when I was coming up, because we did family-oriented things. Now, with this generation, they don't do a lot of family-oriented things. And if they do family-oriented things, it's more so immediate family. So most people, sometimes I see my family out there, I don't know who I am. I know who they are. And I'm not going down memory lane every time. I'm not doing it. So I'll say hi. And if they speak back, then, they speak. And if they don't, then I can't feel bad about that, because they don't know me. My parents made sure I knew who my family was. So it's on their parents to make sure they know who their family is. So for people who don't want to do it, and they just say my kids know who they know, and that's fine as well. So, that's that. And, you try. That's all you do is try. You got to try. You got to stand for something, or you're going to fall for anything. So you got to try, maneuver, have boundaries. You got to do something, or you'll just, you'll go with the illusion and just go with the flow. Do what your spirit feels inside. Do what feels comfortable with you. And you're the Most High Mother and Father, and your spiritual team and your spiritual guys. Do what, what makes you happy and what makes you feel good. And don't ignore that or jeopardize that to make others happy. Keep that in mind as well, because we'll tend to, remember how far you came in your journey. Remember, you came too far. You've made too much progress. You've overcame a lot. You went through a lot. And there's stuff that you went through that people don't even know nothing about. They just know surface, but there's a lot of stuff that you held that people don't know nothing about, but you overcame that. You overcome that. You overcome all of that. You overcome anything. So just here now, I'm very thankful here, like giving this message out. Here, I'm very grateful and thankful for it all. Because if I want to experience some of the stuff, I want to be able to share my experiences with you. I want to be able to do that. I know this will help someone. I know it will. Just like the stuff I came across that helped me. And I'm very grateful and thankful for it. Even if I didn't agree with it, And if I got something from it, even if it was like a 10-minute video and I got 2 minutes of something, that worked for me. That was good for me. And that's the goal, is to help. When you find that peace within yourself, you help others find peace within themselves and help them heal as well. That is my duty. So, yeah, just keep that in mind on your, that just those little things, just be so grateful and thankful. And those things could be a lot worse. They can. They can be a lot worse. Definitely. So, give grace and gratitude, be thankful, be grateful. You overcame it all. You didn't give up. It could have been a lot, like I said, it could have been a lot worse. You didn't give up. You could be a statistic instead of a chosen. So you did that. No one did that but you. Don't let nobody take that from you. You put in that work. You gathered up the strength to do what needed to be done for you. You decided you wanted to heal yourself. You decided you wanted to be high vibrational versus low vibrational. You decided that. And you decided to continue on your path and stay positive and being the best version of yourself every day, continuing to learn, continuing to thrive, continuing to pray, continuing to do what needs to be done for you. That's a lot of work. Most people are not going to do that because it's easier to stay stuck on what you're comfortable with. Because once you realize and you need to heal and you go on this path and you're awakening, a lot got to change. And some people is just going to be like, fuck that. Like, fuck that. But you're different. That's what separates us from everyone else, because we are willing to do what needs to be done. We're willing to give thanks every day and we're willing to do that. Though we were low vibrational, like some of these people we were around, we wasn't perfect as well. And if you come across somebody that's on their path, and give them grace and, help them any way that you can if they're trying to be positive. As long as it ain't nothing negative and they're trying to bamboozle you in the process, help them. But the moment they get negative and they trying to suck your energy, get away. You'll know. You'll be able to identify it. You'll know. You'll be able to identify that energy. Yeah, stay positive. Take it. Take those little, please be grateful and thankful for the smaller things. That's just the type of person I am. Even before I was always grateful for the little things. The smaller things, like most people got, I was thankful for a football for Christmas. Not a game set, not a Sega Genesis. I got that, but that football meant the most to me. It was the smallest thing, and it meant the most to me. A jersey, I had a Dan Marino jersey that meant a lot to me. I held it close to my heart. I had Steelers jersey. I'm a diehard Steeler fan. I've had those are little things, like a card. Those are the little things that matter to me. I wasn't into, the bigger things. The little things always mattered to me. The little things didn't require much, and it always made me happier, the smaller things. So, some of you may be like that as well. You always were just into the smaller things. You were just not a hard person to please. And most of us, we're not hard people to please, And anybody got an issue with that, they got issues with themselves, because we're not hard people to please, because we have boundaries and we respect ourselves. They just can't respect themselves. They don't have boundaries. So, and be thankful for that. Being able to put those boundaries up, and having that self-respect for yourself, that is very key. It's very key. Stay in that energy, that positive, working on yourself, worthy, keep your integrity, stay strong, stay courageous. Stay bold. Stay confident. Just do. Anybody made any progress, I'm proud of you out there. You're on your journey. It's rough, but I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. I thank you. Stay high vibrational. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. And most of all, have fun through your experience. Have fun. Make the best of it. Make the motherfucking best of it. You hear me? Make the best of it. And stay away from negative people. Stay away. All right, Miss I Am here. I am strong. I am courageous. I am confident. I am worthy. I am bold. I am divinely protected. I am. All right. Y'all take care now.